Hi everyone, in this tutorial I'm going to show you how to save and export here in Photoshop. Now saving and exporting in Photoshop is one of the most important things to learn and know how to do. Without learning how to save and export, you can't turn anything in and you'll never be able to finish anything because you'll lose all of your work. So let's learn how to do this. Now this is something I made for my advanced class, but notice that it has a lot of layers and I need to not only save it as a Photoshop file so that I can continue to edit layers if I needed to fix, add, or remove something, but I also want to make sure that I save a final image that I could turn in or print or anything like that. So the first thing to do is save, and saving can be done at any point during a Photoshop assignment. It does not have to happen at the very end. It should be any time that you need to close out Photoshop, shut down your computer, or maybe even just in case, every maybe 10 minutes or so in case something happens to your device. So we're going to start by going up to File, and we're going to go to Save As. Now, if you happen to get a window that pops up asking you to save to like the Creative Cloud, make sure that you choose the option. It will be somewhere on the bottom corner of the window that allows you to go onto your computer. And from there, we're actually going to go into OneDrive. The reason why we're going into OneDrive is so that your Photoshop stuff is still saved to the cloud. So in case anything happens to your device, your work will still be saved. If you save anywhere to like your documents, downloads, pictures, those are all local files, and if your computer has to get cleared out, anything that you save there is going to get deleted. So let's go ahead and save to the cloud in OneDrive. And like you see here, we're going to make a folder for our class. So we can go to new folder, and we should make one that says digital photo. You can even put like period next to it, and let's go ahead and open that up. That way we stay organized. Now from here, we're going to go ahead and name it with the correct name. Naming is always in our class your name dash the assignment name. So in this case, this assignment was called In the Box. So your full name dash the assignment name. We're going to keep the file type as a Photoshop file because right now we want to make sure that we're saving so that we can continue to edit in the future if needed. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and press save. Get a box that pops up, go ahead and press OK. You can also select for that box not to pop up again if you'd like to, which is what I've done, which is why it doesn't pop up anymore. Okay, from here we're going to save as a JPEG, which is really in Photoshop called exporting. Exporting is basically just saving the final version of your work. Now right now I've got a lot of layers, and even if I have more than one layer, I want to make sure that I flatten my image before I export. It's going to make the file size a lot smaller in the end, which is way better for turning stuff in, sending, printing, things like that. So I'm going to go up to Layer, and you might have to click on the little arrow here to get to it. But when you see Flatten Image, go ahead and select that and press OK. Now you'll notice in your layers panel that all of the layers are now deleted. There's now only one final layer. So it's a good thing that we already saved as a Photoshop file and saved our layers. And now we're going to export this one final layer. So now that it's flattened, I'm going to go up to File, and then we're going to go down to Export. Now at the top you should see Quick Export as a JPEG. Now if yours says Quick Export as a PNG, let's go ahead and fix that real quick. So we're going to go to Edit, and down at the bottom of Edit we're going to go to Preferences. From there you're going to go to Export. Now your Photoshop automatically goes to a PNG Quick Export format, but we don't want to use a PNG. We're going to switch it to JPEG, and we want the quality to be as high as possible, which is going to be a 7. Once you've changed that information, go ahead and press OK. Now anytime you go to File and Export, it should say Quick Export as JPEG, which makes this go a lot faster. So now I'm going to go ahead and select that, and we're going to do exactly what we did with the Photoshop file. We're going to go to OneDrive, we're going to go to the folder we made for our class. The name should still be correct, and notice now the file type says JPEG. So all I need to do is hit save, and if any other box pops up, go ahead and press OK. And that's it. You now know how to save a Photoshop file with all of your layers and export a final JPEG image.